Hola YouTubers, welcome to PBM's Video Entertainment, and welcome back to another episode of PBM's Home Media Reviews, a series to review and talk about movies. So, today we're going to be talking about Megamind. So, without further ado, let's jump into the history of Megamind. So, Megamind was originally released in theaters back in 2010, created by DreamWorks and distributed by Paramount. Now, interestingly, back in 2010, Russia got Megamind first in theaters back in October 28th of 2010, and here in the United States we finally got it back in November 5th of 2010. Then on February 25th of 2011, we finally got it on home media, and you can either get the Blu-ray and DVD combo pack, or just a standard DVD by itself, or the Mega Double DVD pack with the Button of Doom. Then on September 20th of 2011, we finally got the Blu-ray 3D combo pack of Megamind. And there is also a single disc Blu-ray 3D release of Megamind with no regular 2D Blu-ray. Then on October 4th of 2016, it was re-released onto DVD once again, but this time it was distributed by 20th Century Fox. Then on June 5th of 2018, it was re-released by Universal Studios once again on both Blu-ray and DVD. And now we got the history part done, let's jump into my copy of Megamind. Alright, we will now jump into my copy of Megamind. So, I have the combo pack, which comes with Blu-ray 3D and DVD. So, take a look at the front post art. So, we have this border outlining, whatever you want to call it. And it's pretty shiny and silver, really nice. You have DreamWorks logo on top. 3D, and you have the Blu-ray 3D logo on top, and Megamind title card, Megamind logo, excuse me, and here's some of your favorite characters, like here we have Megamind himself, here's Minion, Metro Man, Roxanne Ritchie, and Titan. At the bottom it says mega funny, said Pat Collins from Fox News, New York. It's a Blu-ray 3D, also comes with a DVD. Spine, DreamWorks logo, and scrolling down here we have character profile of Megamind, Blu-ray 3D and DVD logos. The back, mind-boggling fun, says James Vermeer, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, from Boston Herald. Sorry if I mispronounce some things. Anyways, it's a 2-disc combo pack. Here's a blurb if you want to pause and read that. And here we have Megamind and Minion, and one of the little robots from that Megamind made. And here's how to watch the 3D version of the movie. And this Blu-ray 3D disc is also available to play in 2D mode, so have no worries. Here's like the cast and creators and stuff like that. Now the DVD is region 1, but the Blu-ray is region free. Rated PG in the United States for action in some language. Here are the 2 discs. They're just plain boring artwork. So here's the 3D. This one also plays in 2D as well. Yep. This Blu-ray 3D disc is also available to play in 2D mode. PG, both United States and Canada. And here's the DVD, region 1. And like I said, the Blu-ray is region free. In the case, it's an elite case. It's not eco-friendly. And now let's jump into the menu tour for Megamind, starting with the DVD copy. Alright, we have now jumped into the menu tour for Megamind, the DVD copy. So here we have play, scene selection, setup, and mega features. Let's go to scene selection like we always do. So we have 15 scenes to choose from. Next, setup. So for audio we have English, French, and Spanish, Dolby Digital 5.1 surround, and English Dolby Digital 2.0 surround, English audio description and filmmaker's commentary, subtitles. So, subtitles, you can change them from, you could do Spanish, French, or English, or you could do no subtitles whatsoever. Let's head back to the main menu and go to Mega Features. So here we have Meet the Cast of Megamind, Deleted Scene, Filmmaker's Commentary, World of DreamWorks Animation, and Previews. And let's have a look at the previews. So, previews, we have Kung Fu Panda 2. From Paramount, we have Rango. And here we have Megamind THQ game trailer, where they basically show off 3 different Megamind games for Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. And that's it for the menu tour for the DVD copy of Megamind. Now let's jump into the Blu-ray menu tour for Megamind. Alright, we have now jumped into the Blu-ray 3D/2D menu tour for Megamind. So here we have Play, Settings, Scenes, and Trailer. Let's go to Scenes. We have 15 scenes to choose from. Now if you hit Play, it's going to ask if you want to watch it in 2D or in 3D. But of course, if you're watching this in a 3D HDTV or whatever, or if you're watching it on a PlayStation 4 VR, then you may want to select 3D. And of course, if you're not watching it on a 3D TV or whatever, you may want to watch it in 2D. Settings. For English, we have 7.1 Dolby True HD, and French, Spanish, Portuguese, they're all Dolby Digital 5.1. And here we have, and we got, English audio description. Subtitles, we have English, English SDH, French, Spanish, and Portuguese. And here we have a trailer for one of the DreamWorks movies or whatever. Yeah. Since, of course, this is a DreamWorks movie. Yeah, that's the only special feature we're going to get on the Blu-ray 3D disc. So, yep, that's it for the menu tour for the Blu-ray 3D copy. We're over here at this last part to talk about my review and thoughts on today's movie. Sorry, I had to adjust the camera, or my phone. Anyways, let's talk about the story plot first. So, in the story plot, it's about a supervillain named Megamind, and for years he's been battling his arch-rival superhero, Metro Man. But then one day when Megamind and Minion captured Roxanne and Metro Man was about to stop him, then it happened, like, Megamind and Metro Man finally defeat Metro Man. And so, Megamind and Minion has ruled over Metro City and stuff like that. And they were having a blast and everything, but then one day Megamind feels down, basically he feels feels like everything was just too easy for him, like he missed battling superheroes like Metro Man and stuff like that. And so Megamind, he has an idea. He can create a superhero in order for him to battle somebody, you know, kind of like how Megamind battled Metro Man and stuff like that. And so Megamind created a superhero like gun to basically change that person into a superhero and stuff like that. So the superhero, it was used on a guy named Hal, the news camera dude, and of course Megamind wanted Titan to become the good guy, but then everything like backfires. Like Titan actually becomes a villain in the middle part or something like that, because the reason why Titan became a supervillain and not a hero is because Titan wanted Roxanne Ritchie to fall in love with him and stuff like that, and so Titan becomes evil and stuff like that, and yeah, it just kind of backfires. And now Megamind, he has to decide, like, is he gonna team up with Titan to become a villain, or is he gonna turn his life around and become a good guy and stuff like that, and become the defender, like the protector of Metro City and stuff like that. Kind of like basically how Metro Man was. Yeah. But of course, in the end, Megamind, Megamind becomes a good guy, and he learns that, of course, being a good guy is much better than being a villain, stuff like that. Because of course you get positive feedback, and it's good to like help people too, for sure. So what do I think about the story plot? Pretty great story plot. I love how, of course, I'll save all of that for the final thoughts. Anyways, the characters. Now here we have like Megamind, voiced by Will Ferrell, Metro Man, voiced by Brad Pitt, Minion, voiced by David Cross, Tina Fey, voiced Roxanne Ritchie, and then Titan, voiced by Jonah Hill. So, Megamind, of course, he's hilarious. Same thing with his minion, and Roxanne Ritchie, pretty great main female character in this film. And then Metro Man, of course, he's hilarious. And Brad Pitt did a really nice job voicing him. And fun fact, Brad Pitt also voiced Sinbad, which is another DreamWorks film that Brad Pitt did and stuff like that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Brad Pitt voiced two characters in two different DreamWorks films. Sinbad from the Sinbad movie, and then Metro Man in this film. And now, Titan. Let's talk about Titan. Of course, Jonah Hill, he's a pretty great voice actor. And Titan, he kind of basically reminds me of Syndrome from The Incredibles. Which, it feels like, yeah. Now, I'm not saying this to be negative or anything, but of course, it feels like Titan's basically DreamWorks' version of Syndrome, if y'all know what I mean. Like, basically, was going to be a hero, but not really. Yeah, if y'all know what I mean. Like, I know, in The Incredibles, like, Syndrome was pretending to be a hero, but then everything, like, backfires, stuff like that. And then, of course, Titan, Megamind wanted Titan to become a good guy, but Titan becomes evil and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, the characters overall, pretty great. Now, the animation. Now, there's been some great animation from DreamWorks. Like, of course, we get great animation from Shrek, Madagascar, and Prince of Egypt, Turbo, and a couple of others that we all know and love. And this one, of course, has really nice animation. So, good job, DreamWorks. You aced it again. And now, the soundtrack. Let's talk about the soundtrack. Pretty great soundtrack, and there was two songs that were basically stuck in my head, but are also pretty good. There were two songs that were put into this film. The one in like the beginning, it's called Highway to Hell by, I'm not sure who did it. If someone knows who did it, let me know down below, or I could just look it up online. And then at the song at the end, it's called Bad by Michael Jackson, which I love that song. Pretty catchy song. So yeah, overall, soundtrack's pretty nice too. Now, my final thoughts. So overall, do I recommend Megamind? The answer to that is yes, absolutely. This is definitely one of DreamWorks' best animated films of all time. Like ever since, well, this movie came out when I was 9 years old. I watched it in theaters in 3D, and then 12 years later, because, well, I was watching other movies and shows and stuff like that. But then, yeah, 12 years later, I rewatched Megamind. Recently got this from Movie Train Company, and I gotta say, I loved it even more. Like, I loved how funny it is. Loved the great story plot of. I love how movies like these have like the protagonist character like went from villain to a hero, if y'all know what I mean. Kind of like with like Despicable Me and stuff like that. So yeah. So overall, I recommend this to any DreamWorks fan, or to any fans of superhero movies, or to anybody that loves watching movies and stuff like that. So basically, if you love superheroes, if you love comedy, and if you love animation, and if you love Will Ferrell, this one's definitely for you. I recommend this. It's a great movie. So that's gonna do it for me, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.